Hello and welcome to nationalkhabar.com. I'm Shweta Ranjan. Today on the show we have with us a renowned fashion designer, a social activist and a trendsetter, Sanjana John. Welcome to the show. Sanjana, Women's Day is around the corner. What message do you want to convey to the women out there?
Message is, we are the Shakti. Women embody Shakti and they should never forget that. However subtle, however in your face it might be, the yin and the yang both are equally important. But the difference in India, we've always been considered the lesser, the minor, the not so powerful, which is not true. In fact, when you look at it, even if it's a household, the women run the entire house. The future is in their hands, from the education of the children to maintaining the cleanliness to making sure that the budgetary things are organized. There's a lot, which I think people take for granted. They think it's so easy. It's really not. And in today's world, women have stepped up in every field, from journalism to fashion to, planes. I mean, where do you not see them? So it's a really different world we are in, but that constitutes a minority of our population. Even today, when you go to villages, you still see girls at 10 getting married off. You still see girls getting, ostracized and confined to places where they shouldn't be. So it's a place where we want to see them come up, but we're still not there. We have a long way to go.
Yes, women is an embodiment of Shakti, but the women who are watching the show, what message do you want to give to them on the ways to achieve their dreams, the ways to achieve their aspirations?
The message to them, there is nothing they cannot do, because in today's world, we are on equal levels with men, and we are being given a lot of opportunity, but they should utilize that. Don't get confined to norms and customs and whatever you feel you're being suppressed. Things should step out of that. And also the feeling that there's no support, which is not true. Nowadays, I think the government has come out with a lot of policies to encourage women entrepreneurs, to support women in education and also in jobs.
Yeah, it's all about raising your voice and breaking the shackles. Don't you think so?
Making sure that you are heard. Only if you're heard will you be able to come out. So yes, we still have a long way, because the problem which it all boils down to is safety and security. Because most of the parents, even today, even if they want to educate their children, even if they want to send them out to work, the first and primary concern most of them have is, how safe is my daughter going to be? Yeah. So yeah, we still have a long way to go.
You have your own safety net when you step out of the house. You live in Gurgaon. Do you feel safe out here?
It's sad when I travel and I hear Delhi is a rape capital. I feel so weird hearing that, because I live in Gurgaon, we are in NCR, and even in Gurgaon, to step out in the evenings by myself, that would be an absolute no-no. I would be petrified to go out by myself. I always go make sure that I have people with me, and I try not to stay out late. You hear such horrendous stories, and they're not stories, they're reality. So yeah, it's not a safe place to be, and I think in the last few years it's become worse. It used to be safer before, I feel. It could be my view, but I feel it's gotten worse. Nowadays, every second day, from a month-old baby, I mean, who do they leave? A 90-year-old woman is not spared. A month-old child is not spared. So you really feel, stressed and tense about stepping out, and you don't feel comfortable. It's not a place where you really want to be.
What is the most you like about Gurgaon?
I love the fact that we are so close to Delhi, yet far. I love the fact that you have everything accessible. You have all the stores, the malls, you have the best of Cyber City and Cyber Hub and everything. But at the same time, I think it always goes back to the same thing. The concern is about the safety. Other than that, it's a great place to be.
Many of your shows are based on Shakti. So how successfully you are able to convey your message through your shows?
See, I've always believed in fashion with heart. That's a concept that I started when we got into fashion. And every show of mine has been tied in with some charity or some cause. We try to get a message out there Two of the primary things which I chose are women empowerment and also the fight against the girl child, or against female feticide. Other than that, animals, because I feel the voice of the voiceless and the helpless, this is something we really have to look at or look into. So I've worked on enhancing these two movements actively, and from female feticide we've gotten 300 plus celebrities to come forth to get the message out. So every show we've had the showstoppers step up to get a very strong message against Kanya Bhrun Hatya. Ye hamare desh ke liye, we need to support the girl child, we need to empower them, we need Beti Bachao Beti Padhao, the campaign by Narendra Modi ji, our Honorable Prime Minister, supported by our Ministry of Women and Child Development. There is a lot of momentum building to support the girl child. But along that, I have been trying to mobilize the security and safety concerns, because the parents need to know their daughters are safe if they are bringing them into this world, if they're sending them to study, if they're sending them to work. So this is something we're trying to emphasize on through the shows. How successful? We really don't know. We can't see ratios or figures, because the graphs show that the country is really at a place where there is more crime happening against women. So we're still trying to send a strong message, and I think it's important that we do more of that, because unless we do, then there's no stopping whoever is committing these crimes. So along with the police and with law enforcement emphasizing on the fact that the law has to be implemented, I think getting the movement of supporting women, getting a good message out there, educating people how important it is to respect women, I think these are the things that we've been actively working on.
We have mostly seen that designer dresses are not wearable. They're just chic attire which you cannot carry or wear to your neighborhood market. So why such dresses are designed which are not wearable?
Mine is evening wear, and I that's my category, which is predominantly bridal, evening, when you have.
When you say you means the fashion designer.
Yeah, so I have taken a very strong, I would say, stand in maintaining wearable clothing. I do not display clothes that are to be kept in a museum or to be only for the runway. I don't. And I don't create clothes for a 6-foot size 0 model. I create clothes for real women because I want to be able to wear them. I want my mom to be wearing them. So most of my clothes are actually wearable, but not to the market. They're not clothes which are ready to wear, day-to-day wear. They are clothes which you wear for festivals, for functions, for events, for something special. So they're more so special occasion wear, but they're definitely for women, and they're definitely very wearable. Also, I emphasize on the fact that the clothes should be sensual, not sexual. I don't like it to be vulgar. I don't want it to be where the person feels constrained wearing the clothes. They should be comfortable in what they wear. So most of my clothes, I try to maintain that sensuality factor versus sexuality.
What kind of clothing you are comfortable in?
I love anything comfortable. Of course, we all have to understand what works on us. And I always tell people, when you wear or when you decide to go for a function, don't go blindly after magazines or what celebrities wear, because it might look good on them, but it necessarily wouldn't look good on you. So you have to understand your body type, your color, your style, your shape, structure, and then you have to customize what actually works on you. You have to enhance your best features, and that's how you will look your best. So most of the clothes that I like to create for my customers or whoever my clients are definitely customized to that particular person and for what the event is, so that they don't stick out like a sore thumb when they go to wherever they're wearing the outfits to. So all these factors have to be taken. The weather, what you wear in New York is not what you're going to be wearing in Chennai.
Yeah, even colors matter.
The colors, the cuts, the fabrics, all these things play a big factor when it comes to even evening wear. So if you're wearing something to a cocktail reception, that's not what you're going to wear for something in Delhi for a wedding.
What is fashion for you, Sanjana?
Fashion is what actually suits you, works on you, and makes you look your best. So I never like to follow what's out there in vogue or what's being portrayed as fashionable. I always say maintain your own style. Definitely go with the colors of the season if they suit you. Again, for somebody whose color does not, is not being enhanced by the colors of the season, don't blindly wear just because it's in vogue or fashion. Take what suits you, because that will make you fashionable, that will make you look your best.
Fashion and social activism, how are they related?
It's very important because in today's world, especially the youth, they have a great connectivity with fashion. When you are trying to send a message, when you're trying to mobilize any movement, you gotta, one, get their attention, you gotta, two, relate to them, and three, make them feel like they're part of what you're trying to sell or make them, get involved with. So fashion is definitely something which I think most people love and most people do ever connect with. So this is why we've taken fashion to connect with the youth especially. Just like music, fashion and music go, hand in hand. So fashion, music and entertainment are things which we can connect with the youth audience. And then to get a message out there to them makes sense. Because blindly standing and giving a speech out there, nobody's going to even listen to you. Whereas through fashion, a nice message, and then they ask why? Why does it make sense for me to do so? So then you have to actually explain why you're taking fashion. It does enhance women. It does bring forth the vision of Shakti. And also the respectability. We always talk about respecting women, which is why most, I think 99% of my collection, it respects the wearer. So this is why we've always maintained a very, I would say, stable way of getting the message through fashion out there.
Thanks a lot for being with us on the show, Sanjana.
Thank you.
Next time again we'll meet with a new celebrity. Till then, bye-bye.